Before we even had the for binge watching, going to a film festival was binge watching movies.
Come on.
Oh, taught him that in 1 week.
We're in this period now where it's been said over and over, TV's taking market share, it's taking mind share, people are binging on TV shows, they're obsessing over television the way they're not obsessing about the movies. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Why is that happening?
Right now you're making movies for much bigger four-quadrant audiences.
Four-quadrant audience.
For everybody. The big spectacle movies, the big action movies. And that's great, and there's a place for those. I don't think the movies are going anywhere. The experience of going to a movie, taking your kids to a movie and seeing something and experiencing it together in a dark room with a number of people is really exciting. But as our screens are getting bigger, as our home screens are 70+ inches, as the quality that is rendered at home, the sound system, all that, you want different experiences at different times. What experience you're going to go out and go out to dinner, go park, and then go sit with somebody in a movie theater that might have a cold and is sneezing on you.
But then what's to stop the theater from being the home only of a Star Wars or a Revenant or a Captain America? And everything else you can do at home.
Yeah, everything else you can do at home.
Would it surprise you in the future, and Spielberg has mentioned this, to see dynamic pricing in theaters where you pay more on a Saturday night, you pay more for a comic book action figure movie than you do for an indie sleeper?
You're going to have to do something just in terms of the business. You're also going to come to expect more if you go to the theater. So you're going to want a different kind of experience. Will you want an IMAX experience? Do you want something when you go to the movie theater that you can't get at home? What's going to be that differentiator that you cannot get at home? I personally question whether indie movies, how much they'll be able to stay in movie theaters. It's more generational. I start to look at, millennial, Gen X, Gen Y. They don't particularly want to run to the movies. They'll go for certain things. I know my kids who love movies, can they download it on their computer? Are they watching it on their phone?
You said we used to go to the movies, watch movies, and now we consume content. That bothers you, the way we put that?
No, just how our language has changed in terms of what we do. But we do have a voracious appetite for all these different ways of seeing good stories on whatever platform they're on.
Watching movies on an iPhone, is that like going to Nobu and eating with a plastic plate and fork?
No, it's not. It's not. It's like eating.
It's worse?
No, it's not.
Does it bother you?
I can't watch a movie on my iPhone. I'll watch shorts on the iPhone, but I can't watch movies that way. I like to see the detail. That is the other thing. I am a movie fan, and I do love to go to the movies. You see details. You see what DPs have done. You see the way a film should be shot. When a movie is perfect and you're sitting in a theater with the best sound system and the best projection, there is nothing like that.
What do you binge?
What do I binge? I binge on a book. A festival is the original binge watching when you think about it. I binge on festival movies.
That's exactly right, isn't it? Mm-hmm. What binge-worthy series would make for the best big screen movie?
Why? I can just watch it on a big screen at home.
You've worked with De Niro for so many years. Did it surprise you post, say, Midnight Run, that he would do so well in comedy?
Well, actually, I started working with him when Midnight Run came out.
I'll give you whatever you want.
Stop by shutting up. I know you all have 2 minutes and already I don't like you.
He's an amazing actor, so he can really do anything. And it was before he had done Analyze This, and he wanted to try comedy. We're screening Taxi Driver this year. I mean, there are things that Travis Bickle does that, are funny.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
He's got that chop in him.
That first festival, did you think you'd be doing it A decade and a half later?
No, I thought it was only one festival. I didn't realize I had signed long-term contracts with sponsors. I honestly thought that it was just about getting people back downtown. I think I was obsessed with that in a, post 9/11 world.
I think I'm pretty savvy. I have trouble understanding what Snapchat is. How excited are you about it?
I'm really excited about it. The festival has always tried to use all this different technology, all these different platforms, but if you don't have good stories on those platforms, technology doesn't mean a thing. So a number of years ago, we did a Vine Creators Festival, and we told stories on Vine. How do you tell a story in 6 seconds? We were intrigued with that, and it'll be interesting to see how you are telling stories in that format.
You have a generation of kids now, you have kids, I have kids, that have never known anything other than having a high-def camera and editing suite in their pocket.
Right.
And what's that going to do to storytelling in 20 years? We have no idea.
What it's going to do to storytelling is you'll have a lot more creators out there. The question is, just because everybody's on Instagram doesn't mean that everybody's a great photographer.
You're producing Trump the movie.
No, never.
Not even a question on who
I did the movie Wag the Dog. Okay, that was crazy enough.
It's a pageant. It's a pageant. That's what it is. Country's a war. It's Miss America in your bird parks.
Now this has gotten even more insane. I wouldn't want to produce something that has that kind of hate mongering. It's just irresponsible talk that is only inciting discrimination in this country. It's a real sad day that that's what the Republican Party has to offer, is Mr. Trump.
What would his presidency do to filmmaking, arts, Hollywood? How would Hollywood react? Who knows?
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, we don't have to do comedy anymore. We'll be the laughing stock.
It's not something I think you'd like to think about very much, it sounds like.
It's a pretty sad state of affairs.
When you did Wag the Dog, did it feel like parody at the time?
Yes, it felt like parody, it felt like satire, and then all of a sudden, it wasn't.
Hey CNBC fans, I'm Carl Quintanilla. Thanks for watching CNBC's Binge on YouTube. You can subscribe by clicking right here. Watch all of our interviews on the changing media landscape. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch more from CNBC. Thanks for watching.